We're going to turn it over to the fans themselves, ask a couple of questions, and we'll get going with the fan question in a second. Let me ask you a question. I know before your last album, you said you wanted to take a little bit of a break. The pandemic wasn't what you had in mind, was it?
No, I didn't.
You caused it.
I didn't mean to jinx that for everybody. Yeah, I think towards the end of the last album, I was like, okay, we've had some really good times, we've had some not so good times. I'm ready to sit inside for like a couple of weeks. I didn't know.
It's your fault.
How was that for your state of mind in a creative way? That, you know, okay, there's a break, but there's a break that nobody wanted and the world's crumbling, and then you guys are still musicians and you have to make some music not about that.
You have to find something in it. That's it. You really have to find something. You got the first like few months is not easy, and it wasn't easy for anyone. We could see the same thing everywhere, but eventually, like, you have no choice but to retreat to the studio, and one thing's gonna happen or it's not. And luckily, we fell on the right side of it. It ended up being an incredibly creative time for us, and that isn't to make light of what was going on around us, which is obviously about as serious as it gets, but I think we found stability and comfort in each other, which is weird considering how destabilizing being in a band is in general.
Yes, normally it's quite chaotic.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, let's, we've got some fan questions, and I think we want to get a couple of those. I think Chris is our first question. Could we roll Chris's question? Is he with us on Zoom?
Chris, where are you?
Oh, hello.
Since some of the visuals for screen violence are horror movie related, I was just curious as to which is the one scary movie that terrifies you guys the most?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Probably a different answer for everyone.
Yeah, I feel like the OG for me was The Exorcist. That really scared the living daylights out of me. And it still does to an extent to this day. It has a power about it.
Ian and I went to see one on a day off on tour many years ago called Oculus. That one, I almost said a bad word that I shouldn't say.
It's underrated how scary
I
that
mean,
one.
it was so scary that we were supposed to see another film afterwards, and I was like, I can't go with you. I have to go back to the motel. And then it was too scary to be in the motel because so much of it was about mirrors, and I was like, there's a lot of mirrors in here. So I just got back on the bus, and I was like, I'm going to be on the bus until they get here in 8 hours, so I don't want to
Until
do
they
this.
smash all the mirrors.
Yeah.
Scary movies on the road, I don't know, doesn't seem like a good idea to me. It
No, it
seems like a
wasn't.
bad idea.
It was not.
A few fan questions, if you don't mind. Taryn's got a two-part question. She was wondering, who runs the amazing Letterboxd account?
It is I.
Look at that. Look at
It's
that.
me.
What are your favorite films that you've seen recently?
Ooh.
You could cheat and use shows if you want.
My favourite film of the year, and probably nobody will have heard of it, but it's a film called Saint Maud. It's like a kind of English horror movie, kind of indie horror movie. And the last frame of that film scared the living daylights out of me. And it's a debut director by a woman. It's so good, well worth watching.
Ian sent this to me like 4 times and keeps being like, you should watch it. And I'm
Gotta
like,
watch it.
No, I'm not ready. I watched a lot of horror last year to prepare for this record, so I think I need a rest. But Promising Young Woman was technically this year, was it? Obviously, I liked that. Clearly. Yeah.
Mine's just not, like, I don't watch as many movies as I used to, but I definitely spend enough time staring at screens. So I'll probably say White Lotus, this TV show on HBO. Thought it was phenomenal, as good as it gets, really.
Yeah. HBO Max.
Really good.
6 episodes. It's good. It's freaky.
Oh, it's
very
the
freaky.
characters are incredible. Everything about it just really warped and odd. And then, like, set in Hawaii. So there's this, like, constant juxtaposition. I was blown away.
4 Seasons Maui. I know that place. All right, behind the surreal and amazing collaboration with Robert Smith on How Not to Drown, what would be your next favorite song on the album? I guess they're assuming that is your favorite song on the album.
Most days it's our favourite song on
Is
the
it?
album.
Okay.
Or ever. Yeah, of ours, not like of any songs. Well, we get to play one tonight that's on the album. And I think the one we're playing later, is one of my favorites. And the album opener, a song called Asking for a Friend. But it's like 6 minutes long, so we didn't want to do that for you today. We're like, that's enough. Next time.
Okay. Will there be any songs with Martin singing like in previous albums on songs like Under the Tide or High Enough or Carry You Over?
Not on this album, sorry.
You get like a middle section breakdown.
Yeah, I get a good 8 to 16 bars, maybe 16 bars in there, it's good. But yeah, like
You were busy with other stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't a conscious decision. I would say that I was really busy, and we got better at writing in the correct key for Lauren, which is really the only reason why I ended up singing on songs in the past.
And just like my extreme fear on the first album, I was like, please, 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 please take one, take two, take many. And then it made you put them in the show because I was like, no, I need time to quietly dry retch in the corner and think about how bad I am at this.
Oh, yeah. So for everyone that used to go to the toilet or to the bar during my songs, just know that I was trying to help out, okay?
He was trying to do a nice thing. He was doing a nice thing.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.